like a little Rihanna to get us excited about the rest of the afternoon. You're listening to Hashtag Radio. I'm Mrs. Jam, and joining me in studio is coach and motivational speaker Jamaaludeen Khan. Thank you so much for being here. I think our offline conversations are almost more exciting than our online conversations, so thank you. Would you say that there are particular steps that you should take, or a way in which you should fire a client to make sure that it doesn't bite you in the butt at a later stage?
Sure. So I don't believe in burning bridges. So if you do have to walk away, or if you do have to fire a client, the first step is to create clarity and understanding. Sometimes the client does things that are not right or that you don't like, but they don't know they're doing it. And sometimes if it's part of a larger organization, you might not want to walk away from the client, which is a brand, because of one particular person. So you have to communicate well. You have to first make them understand that this is what's happening, this is what you don't like, and how can you resolve it first. And if you do have to walk away at the end of the day, make sure that you don't burn the bridges, because that could be, one transaction that went bad, but you might want to work with the same company again in the future. So always try to resolve first, try to communicate as clearly as possible what's going on, and if you walk away, with a handshake and not with a lawsuit.
Yeah, exactly. So it's interesting because there's almost these warning signs ahead of time that if you choose not to listen to, you're going to end up possibly in a position where the communication is broken down completely.
Sure.
So what would those warning signs be for you?
I'll give you an example to illustrate the question you're asking. I coached a client once that just wasn't teachable. So I do lots of coaching on a day-to-day basis, and most people are teachable. Every human being wants to grow, and most people are teachable, and you can do that. But this one particular woman was so stuck in her ways. She wasn't even very old, she was middle-aged, but I saw that my coaching wasn't going to help her. It's a very rare case. It's actually the only case I have in this regard. But I had to simply understand that I wasn't going to get anywhere with her. I did a series of sessions with her, but if she comes back to me for more coaching, for more help, I actually will say to her in a polite way, in a very diplomatic way, that look, I actually can't help you. And so that client I won't take on again, because my work is very personal to me, to my heart, and I need to be fulfilled and happy with all the work that I do. And if I can't help a client, I'm not going to be fulfilled, because it's not simply about the transaction, it's about the value that you're actually imparting. And if you can't impart that value, then there's no fulfillment, at least for me. So, it's all about the context again, and it has to be a win-win, and it has to be a client that you want to work with. You have to enjoy working with them, because you don't want to work with a client and be miserable, because sometimes you work with clients over a long period, and it's not very pleasurable to work with a client that's maybe difficult, or that you can't help, or that, like you said, leads you in the wrong direction, the place that you don't want to really go. And so for you and for all of us in those times, it's learning experiences, and you gain more grounding of how to deal with those things, and you improve the next time around.
I really resonate with what you're saying around how you're doing this for a greater purpose. It's not just about the transaction for you. You're actually wanting to feel good while you're doing this work.
Absolutely. In my coaching session this morning, I was doing sales leadership coaching, and it was with a team in the financial industry. And when I said something in midway through the session, one guy said, "That blows my mind," and I work for that. Not simply for the accolade, but in order to move people, and that gives me a lot of fulfillment. And sometimes you don't get that with everyone. There are different types of people in the world, and if it doesn't work with someone, it just doesn't work. I believe in physical and metaphysical dimensions, and sometimes just on a metaphysical dimension you resonate with someone, and you can work with them, and it's fun and it's exciting, and you do things together. And sometimes on that metaphysical level, there's just no resonance, and there's a barrier or blockage, and sometimes then it's best to walk away and not actually go through with the business.